The Shield's final chapter took place tonight, and it featured the final time we will see Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose team up as the Shield in a match, and this was their farewell of the Shield. Not the farewell of Rollins and Reigns, but the farewell of Ambrose and the end of the Shield. I actually believe it this time. At Fastlane, when they had the kind of, the Shield standing tall, it's over, Ambrose is going, it had been leaked by that time, I didn't buy it. I thought they're going to stay. Ambrose is going to work it out. He's going to stay with the WWE. He might even feud with Reigns or Rollins, and the Shield is not going anywhere. Now, it's over. This is it. We're not going to see the Shield for a very long time. They'll eventually do a reunion. Dean Ambrose will be back in the WWE. I don't know when. It could be in 6 months. It could be in a year. Maybe he comes back at the Royal Rumble in time for WrestleMania next year. Or maybe he goes to AEW and we won't see him back in the WWE for a very long time. But eventually we will see him back in the WWE and we will see a Shield reunion. That's going to be many years down the road. For the time being, this is it for the Shield. Also, we're not going to see Rollins and Reigns anywhere near each other because Rollins is the Universal Champ on Raw and Reigns is going to be the top guy on SmackDown. So we won't see any Shield, and Dean Ambrose is done with the company. His contract's going to expire in the next several days. So before we get to the Shield's match, there was other stuff on the show. He started it off with Elias. He was out. He was doing his usual shtick. I've seen this so many times. Elias just puts me to sleep. I'm thinking to myself, I want to see the Shield's final match, but I have to get through not falling asleep watching Elias do his stupid song that he'll be interrupted. So he's interrupted by Finn Balor, and they both sing to the crowd, and eventually they fight. Elias attacks Balor. They have a match. It's quick, but the most notable thing about this match is there's a botch here. There was a roll-up, and Elias kicked out, even though Michael Cole said it was a 3. Elias clearly kicked out, so he messed it up, and then the Balor had to do another roll-up, and he pins Elias this time. So this is really what the main event of WrestleMania should have been. Remember with Becky pinning Ronda? What that should have happened was, all right, Ronda's shoulders up, and then Becky just gets a schoolboy and pins Ronda. That's what really should have happened in the main event. That's what I was thinking, but Balor knows what he does because he has a lot of experience. So Elias continued to sing, and then we got another final stand for another group, and that's the Riott Squad. Riott Squad comes out. They sing horribly with Elias, and this was a cool moment, seeing the three of them last time ever on TV together. I mean, I feel bad for them because I know all of them are very close. They're all like sisters, so it actually kind of sucks that they're not going to be, and it's unfortunate they have to be separated, but Liv Morgan, I think, is going to get a big push. It's been rumored that Vince likes her. I wonder why. She's blonde. She's hot. She'll get a push. As for Ruby Riott, I thought Ruby was going to get a big push. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. And Sarah Logan, I think, might be aligned with the War Raiders because she's married to Rowe. I'm not going to call them by the other name WWE calls them now. They're the War Raiders. They're Hanson and Rowe, and Sarah Logan is married to Rowe, so she might be a part of them. I don't know if they're going to keep Ruby and Sarah aligned because I don't see much of a point. And plus, I mean, you could use them because you have a women's tag division now, so you need bodies. So I guess you can keep them together, but this is it for the three of them together because Liv Morgan's going to SmackDown. I thought they could have let them have a cool moment together in the ring, but they come out, they sing with Elias, and they're interrupted by Bayley, who's not booed out of the building this time, and her partner's Ember Moon. Bayley and Ember have a match at Ruby and Sarah, and Liv is on the outside, and she tries to interfere in the match, and she's thrown out by the referee, so it becomes Ruby and Sarah without Liv, and it just ends quickly. Ruby Riott gets an Eclipse, 1, 2, 3. I think Ember Moon's going to get a push. I don't see Bayley getting a push at all, but I think Becky Lynch and Ember Moon's going to be one of the matches you see on SmackDown as an upcoming rivalry. I think that's a fine rivalry to go with. I think that'd be pretty cool. And they've had some back and forth on Twitter. And that's it. No more Riott Squad. So they were a fun faction. You know what? I did not like the idea at all when they first debuted on the main roster. I was thinking Liv Morgan's not ready. Ruby Riott's ready, but I don't think she's going to do well. Sarah Logan I didn't even hear of. So I was surprised when they called them up. And all three of them to me were an odd pairing to bring up. And I thought they were a success. I thought they had a good run. And I feel bad for them because I know they're all really close. But that's it for the Riott Squad. Now we go to the Shield. We had a cool Shield promo backstage, it was a cam promo like those old 2012 promos when they first debuted, and I like how they always introduce themselves first. Rollins, Reigns, Ambrose. And Ambrose is in the center, and that reminded me of how much everyone thought Ambrose was going to be a huge star, because Ambrose was the guy in the center. Now it's Reigns, but when they first debuted, because most people thought Ambrose was going to be the breakout star, we didn't know that WWE was going to groom Roman Reigns to be their top guy yet. So everyone was thinking Ambrose was the breakout star, and he was the guy who would always talk. And Rollins would talk too. He was okay on the mic, and Reigns would only say like one word. That's how they would do it. And they were, man, those Shield promos, they were a lot of fun back then, because when you first look at them, you don't see much. I remember when I first watched them, I don't know, to me, I almost thought of them, like, they look kind of like geeks. That's when I first saw them in those turtleneck sweaters. And to see them come all the way back here, this was a really cool moment. And I liked how there was no fuckery here. There's no one's going to turn on Ambrose or Reigns or Rollins. Someone's going to get heat. They're going to have Baron Corbin win. It's not like they'd done that before. They didn't do that here. This was a cool final moment of the Shield. So they do that cool last promo, and then you bring out the heels, Lashley. I'm sorry. I'm almost falling asleep talking about Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre. Baron Corbin. Oh, my God. I am almost trying not falling asleep when these three guys are out. The three most boring heels in the company have to be aligned. These three guys are fucking boring. The three snooze fests. The snooze fest. That's our new nickname from now on. We have the Shield. Now we have the snooze fest. Lashley, Corbin, and McIntyre. Fucking boring as hell. They all cut promos, and it's just, these guys are so boring. Eventually, the Shield comes out. They come out through the crowd. It's their final entrance together. They're all emotional. You can tell in their faces. They stand up at the top of the balcony. They look down on the arena. It's really a cool moment. They make their entrance for the final time. They all enter to the ring. Really cool. The three of them are obviously soaking in the moment. And the match. So it was a standard match. It was good. It was a solid match. The problem was the same combo we saw only a few weeks ago at the Fastlane pay-per-view. That was the main event, and that was a great main event. That match was excellent. I really enjoyed it. Here, it's a good match. Nowhere near as good as the Fastlane match. But the thing with the Fastlane, as I said earlier, it didn't necessarily feel like it was the end to me. Here, this is definitely the end. Corbin's the heel everyone hates him most, so it's cool to see him get the pin, take the fall here. The Shield hit the triple powerbomb, and they pin Corbin, and they get the win. The three heels leave. The Shield reigns supreme. They're in the ring together. The fans are chanting, "Thank you, Shield." Rollins was very over because this took place close to his hometown. It took place somewhere in Illinois. I know Rollins is from Iowa, but it's close where Rollins is from. He had family there too. And he takes the mic and he talks about his win over Lesnar at Mania a couple weeks ago. He's thanking the fans, and then he goes and he thanks Ambrose. It looks like Reigns is going to talk next, but he decides not to talk, and then it goes to Ambrose, and Ambrose pretty much gives his final speech, and it was not a retirement speech at all because he's not retiring. I saw rumors, is he retiring? He's not retiring. He basically says to kids, it's basically a motivation speech. You can do anything you want because the Shield did. He praises Rollins, then he praises Reigns for overcoming leukemia. He says you can do anything you want because the Shield said so. He puts the mic down. The three of them hug, and then they embrace, and that's it. The Shield fist bump. That's how we end it. The three of them with the big fist bump at the end. Shield stands tall, and that is the final chapter of the Shield. Sierra, Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield.